Hello, welcome to Weaste Allotments. It's 21st of July 2014. My name's Mark and we're down here on Weaste Allotments. Just come down to do a bit of tidying up. Turns out inspections are due for the plot holders on Weaste Allotments. The council used to do this, but since we've gone self-managed we've had to grab a couple of volunteers. What they got to do is go around to the plots and they've got to check to make sure the paths are clear, that at least 50% of the plots being cultivated with produce, and it doesn't matter the scruffy buggers, you know, it's untidy, but they've got to show that they're actually doing something. I could say there's 95% of people who got the plots 50% cultivated. There's a further 20% who've really got good plots, who maintain them all year round, and then you got the odd one who basically just got grass growing on them. So there's one or two of them have already had letters saying that we've got to get the plots in order. You get 2 warnings, and then the final strike is you're down the road, Jack. Give someone else the opportunity. So I've been on here today. Well, as I've been on here today, I've come on about 6 o'clock tonight. Just cultivating things up. I've took the peas up what was in the frame, and I moved the frame over to another bed, and I'm going to put more peas in shortly. Put some turnips in last week, about 4 or 5 days ago, and blow me, they're just starting to push through now. So yep, pretty chuffed with that. I've also got a couple more rows of carrots and parsnips. No sign of them, they're in bed facing the chickens. I've been clearing a few beds, taking some crops out. I've got to do me onions are falling over now. My red onions and my white onions are starting to fall on the front of the plot, so I'll be taking them up in a couple of days. I'll be covering it, turning it over, and I'll be then getting some winter onions and sticking them in. I've also got to dig the strawberry bed out, where the Andy cam is actually now. I've got to dig that out. All strawberries are coming out of there, because my friends got me some cracking strawberry plants, and they'll be going in into this particular bed. Well, I don't know about this bed, but a bed for in the front of the plot. Yeah, so it's all happening. The fruit in the greenhouse is starting to ripen now. Well, tomatoes, different varieties of tomatoes are ripening. Chilies and peppers are getting bigger, and some of them are ripening. I've got more cucumbers coming on this plant. I was just about to tear it out when I noticed a few more flowers, and I put a couple more cucumbers on. I'll starting now, so I've left that. The grapevines are almost almost halfway, I would say, down the greenhouse, so I need to put another bar in the tops for the vine to rest on top. Chickens are doing really well. In fact, I'll spin the camera around and you can have a quick look at the chickens while I'm talking. You probably found out the sounds. Obviously, it's got a bit quieter because the mic's facing towards the chickens. If you look here, this is that frame what had the peas climbing up it. So what I've done is I've took the peas and just got rid of all the foliage, and I'll put that there. So I'm going to be putting peas there, but just here on this side, there's carrots and parsnips. There's actually a row of I don't know if you can probably see them there. There's a row of carrots there, which are about 4 or 5 inches high. They're doing well, so I can't see any problems with the rest of them doing. I've got to put a few more rows in this bed yet. We'll put some different turnips and some Swedes in, and obviously some beetroot in there. But like I said, the chickens are doing fine. Doing a bit of scratching there. Just filled the water bottle right to the top, and some feed in there as well. If you look just over here, over here, you can see me sweet corn. Oh, sweet corn's doing really well. Got flowers on the top, so it's getting some corn in the next 4 weeks, I suppose. Behind that corn, in that same bed, I've got some Brussels sprouts and some Savoy cabbage. There's a couple of spring cabbage in there as well, but there are only a few of them. Then in the bed over here, right next to where the water tank is, there's some celery and some oh god, what they call globe artichokes. Now I know they grow like about 4 foot tall, and I've got 12 of them very close together. So what I'm going to do is, when they all start to shoot up, I'm just going to tie them all together and keep them all in a big bunch. If you swing around here, and we'll just turn the camera down here a bit, you can see some cone cabbage here, and then there's some right back of them, there's leeks which are doing really well. And I've got the gap here where I had the peas here. I'll be putting more veg in there, some winter veg. I've not decided what I'm going to put in there yet. And if you go to the next bed, just around here, you can see there's some celeriac. I've got some pot choy, and I've got some what I thought was cos lettuce, but I must have read the pack wrong, because they don't look like cos lettuce to me. We'll just wait and see what they turn out to be. And then, like I say, the strawberry bed, which is actually being covered up. Let's spin the camera around and flick it up. Where the camera is now, this is all being dug out. All these strawberries are going. Like I said, there's about 5 to 6 heritage varieties of strawberries in here, but what it needs most of all, this bed, is soil. There's no soil in it at all, and strawberries need at least 6 inches of soil to actually get good crowns. And what happens is, in the winter, with there being no soil, the crown likes to go into the ground, and the soil comes up around it to protect it, but you can't do it in this bed, so the frost gets at it and kills the crown, so you're off to a non-starter. So it's all been dug out, they're all going. I'm going to flip this bed over, fill it full of soil and grow something else in it. Right, like I say, we've got an inspection, so I'll walk around the plot, let you have a look at it and see what you think, whether my plot will pass. Now remember, 50% of it's got to be cultivated. It doesn't matter what sort of condition it's in, it's just got to look like it's being worked. Now I know, let's not kid ourselves here, my plot's at least 90% cultivated. I've got a big space up the front there, that's what I'm going to be putting another greenhouse on, so that's only about 10% of the actual allotment. So further ado, I was going to show you around. I forgot something else that I took a picture of. It's inside the shed. I'm just unscrewing this bloody bracket here now, and I'll show it you. This is what we got to contend with, us chicken fanciers on Weaste Allotments. So anyhow, well, there's my girls. I'll be tucking them into bed in a bit. This is me rake. I have to rake all the bloody leaves, all the wood chip every night, because they do nothing but scratching, and they've got a trick of going right along the boards. So there's the girls there. One of them, there's a few of them sat down over there. It's just so warm, so they've got their bodies close to the ground trying to cool down. Right, like I said, this is the sweet corn, this is the Brussels sprouts, a couple of little cabbage there, and then there's the Savoy cabbage here. This is the celery, and these are the globe artichokes. Like I said, there's 12 of them, so, and they're getting big. I've got space here where I had the oh god, what were the shallots, red and white shallots there, by the way. They taste delicious and they're in my greenhouse. All the paths have got to be cleared as well. As you can see, my paths are clear. Leeks. Cone cabbage, there's where you get the cones, like you remember the cone heads. All cone cabbage. Now I don't know if you can see these, but these are the Swedes, and there's like a little line of them all the way along here, and there's another one, whoops, all the way along here, just starting to come up now. I found that started to fit. I think it's it might be a courgette, so I'm going to leave it in there and see what happens. Blueberries, we've hammered that blueberry bush, but there's still thousands of blueberries on it. I don't know if you can see the blueberries there. It's absolutely covered in them, but there was 3 times the amount. It's like I said, the missus come and she stripped a load of them off. Apples, oh, there's a fallen apple there. Oh dear. But there's my apples, my Bramleys, they're doing really well. And then there's the Coxes and what have you, apples. Even the plums trees, there's a few plums left on it. Like I say, squirrel had all bloody plums. This is the fruit part of the front part of the bed, plot. I've got flowers all the way around as well. There's a load of, oh god, marigolds and what have you, and there's a load of dahlias. I've left all the fruit now, what's left on here, I've left them for the birds, because I'm absolutely sick of raspberries. Gooseberries everywhere here. I mean, look at these gooseberries, they're absolutely ripe. Let's look at them. In fact, pull one off. Absolutely lovely. Yellow dahlias there. Red dahlias here. Oh, still got loads of heads coming on them. These are all blackberries. Another, there's like a pinkish dahlia. Marigolds, different colour marigolds, look absolutely lovely. Again, more gooseberries and black currants. The winter raspberries are starting to kick in now and come through. They'll be up in a couple of months' time with raspberries on. More dahlias, white dahlias, more red ones. I don't know what them ones are yet because they ain't started to flower. Sort of a pinkish ones there. Poppies. Again, if you look down there, you can see the paths cleared. All your paths have got to be clear, avoiding any sort of hazards. Okay, that there's on my plot, so it doesn't matter. If anyone trips up over it, they shouldn't be on my plot, basically. Unless I invite them on and then they go and fall over, I suppose it's my fault. There's my onions, doing really well. Starting to fall over now. Just can see them starting to fall. Be pulling them out shortly. Again, the red onions starting to fall. They're about 3 inches in width. So you know they're doing all right. And then I've got these things. I still don't know what they are. I think the pumpkins, they could be squashes. I just hope they're not bloody courgettes. A friend of mine given me, said the pumpkins these Mark. Okay, I'll stick them in. And they're in the compost bay actually. Anyhow, he come back about 3 days later, so I'm not too sure if they are pumpkins. They might be some sort of squash. So anyhow, they're in there now and they're in the right place. If I don't like what I'm seeing, I just pull them up and bury them underneath in the compost. So they're don't have to go too far away from the compost bin. That's another thing as well on here. All the compost bays have been closed down now. You got to compost all your own materials, you know, your leaf litter. any leaflets or anything what you bring on the plot, you've got to take off the plot. You can burn it, but you can burn the stuff, but it's got to be with the prevailing wind from the properties. So basically this is my plot. This is the 10% what I'm talking about that hasn't been worked. But as you can see, it's got wood chip on it, it's nice and tidy. I will be probably putting a greenhouse here or doing some more raised beds. I haven't quite decided. I'm going to be doing all that in the middle of in the winter when I've got nothing to do. There's my shed, by the way. I want to show you something in the shed. Little hanging basket with trailing lobelia, and again they've got marigolds there in the centre. They've got a few deadheads there. Right, well I want to show you. Wow, it's hot in here. That there is the resident fox on Weaste Allotments. He's about 10 years old. You can see he's grey. Now he's fathered 3 cubs, because I've seen the 3 cubs a couple of weeks back. I've not got a picture of them yet, but the vixen, she's about 3-4 years old, so he's actually found a young mate, and like I said, he got 3 cubs. I did see him with a wood pigeon in his face. What he was taking him to the cubs. So yeah, we've got a nice healthy family of foxes on Weaste Allotments, along with about 100 chickens, because there's about 6 or 7 of us with chickens. This is a few, inside my shed, a few books there, gardening books. My stove, some beans there. I'll be putting them in at Christmas, and I'm growing them on at Christmas. And I got me garlic ready for. Oh God, let's take them off there. My garlic, they'll be going in around about my birthday, December. And these are some stuff that I'm sticking in shortly. I don't know if you can see them. They'll be going in the beds very shortly. A friend of mine gave me a load of trays for the eggs. All my potato buckets are all cleaned up and all in here. That blue barrel's full of feed. There's more. There's some hay for the nest boxes, wood chip, and there's more feed there. And there's some few tools there. That's inside its shed. Show you the greenhouse before I end the video. It's another thing as well what's happened on Weaste Allotments. Flags. There's the American flag. There's the Welsh. I don't know if you can see the Welsh flag there. I'm going to see if I can scan into it. There's the Welsh flag. And right at the very bottom there is the British flag. There's the American flag. We've actually got a Swedish flag, and we've got the English flag, and I'm after a pirate's flag. I thought I'd be a bit different than the rest of them. Like I say, all my paths are all lovely and clean. Now these are another thing. If the paths have got anything on them obstructing the paths, again you can get kicked off if it's not maintained properly. So, oh yeah. Cherry tomatoes. I've been picking these like there's no tomorrow. Little cherries, and then there's this. Well, as you can see, looking here, I've got all these water cans here all over everywhere, full of water. But I mean, tomatoes everywhere, all ripened. Actually, tons of them, all different types. Hang on, come inside here. There's peppers. Put up the top. Oh, there's a strange one. There's an orange one there. Then there's all these yellow ones, all the yellows and greens, different types of peppers and chilies. More more tomatoes there, and there's leeks there, my next lot of leeks, and there's another load of leeks down here that I just put in now. Them tomatoes have fallen, but they're alright. I just can't be bothered doing out with them, so I just left them in there for the time being. Chilies here, all these little chilies covered in them. Great, hang on, here we go, cucumber. I was just about to pull this out on a cucumber. I just saw that cucumber near the door. There's a few cucumbers on it, and if you look here, there's a grapevine, and it's almost halfway. Well, it's halfway now along the roof, so I need to put another, like a little, I don't know if you can see the bracket. There's a bracket there that goes across, and that's what I've got it resting on. As long as it doesn't try to push the roof apart, it'll be right. So that's the only thing I'm concerned about, is it whether it pushes the sheets out the roof. But it should be alright, I'll just keep it trimmed. So there you go, that's the greenhouse. So I think I should pass the inspection. If I don't, I don't think nobody else will. But this, like I say, this is a, again here, this plot's been cultivated. Looking at this one here, this is a new tenant, Brian and Stacey, and like they've been on for about 3.5–4 months, and they've done all this work. And the couple who own that part of the plot has now got a full plot over the other side of the allotments. They've got to take the shed yet. Now Stacey and Brian will take this part of the plot, so they've got 50% of the plot already cultivated. Now what they'll be doing now, they'll be given another 3 months to cultivate this, and they've already made a start cultivating it. The couple, Mike and Pauline, who've got this one, they moved off about 2 months ago, but they've got veg on. So what they've done, they've allowed them to keep the veg on it for another, I think it's about another 4 weeks, and in 4 weeks' time they'll be gone, and then this automatically then kicks into there. So then they've got to cultivate this front part of the plot. So they'll be fine as well. There's a plot here which will not be fine. It's that one there. There's been no cultivation and out on it. I'm mentioning no names about anybody who it is. He was. I will say this much: he's an actor, and he's still in TV. He just hasn't got time to come down to do it. Sadly, he's had a go at it today or yesterday, trimming it, trying to get the grass cut. But something like that, we've got problems because his paths are not clear and there's no cultivation at all. Maybe a few trees here and there, so he will get a warning letter. As there's a few of them on here will get a letter, sadly to say. They will have a couple of chances to bring the plot up to scratch, but if they don't, well, then it falls for someone else to come on and take over. But Weaste Allotments over the last, well, since last September, has gone through so many changes. All these plots now, barring 2, are let out. There's 2 half plots down the bottom there, which we've created. The compost bays have gone, and all the soil's been spread all over the plots to make 2 half plots, and we've got a recreational area right down at the very bottom. So yeah, so we've acquired another 2 plots, and we're going to do the same at the other end of the allotments, to get more plots, so we can get more people, because there's a lot of people on the waiting list. There's loads of people waiting, so the people who are not willing to keep the plots clear, or sadly will be asked to leave and give someone else the opportunity. So anyhow, I wait with bated breath for this inspection. If it hasn't already happened, we don't know. We don't know when they was going to be doing it. We had an email sent out to us all, with some of the stipulations saying what had to be done, what had to be cleared, and basically how you're supposed to keep your plot tidy. You don't have to keep it spick and span. You could have organised chaos, but they wanted to see some effort that's been put into it, otherwise you're all off. So, you know, that is my plot. What do you all think? Do you think it'll pass the test? I think it'll pass it, but then again, I'm not you lot. Right, anyhow, I'm going to end the video. I'm going to back this out because I had it focusing a little bit too much then. I should have backed it off while I was walking around so you could see more clearly. And I'm going to put the girls to bed now. I'm going to see if I can get a picture of these fox cubs. You've seen the male fox there. Like I say, he's about 10 years old, if you can believe that. But he's, like I say, he's grey as I am actually. But he's got it in him because he's got 3 pups and a very young vixen, which is about maybe 3.5 years old, I would say. Right, it's onwards and upwards. I hope you like this quick update. I wasn't going to post one, but I thought I'd show you the plot before the inspection. I'll let you all know whether it passed it or not. I don't think there's too many worries though. Bye bye for now.